This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
What's up, guys? You're listening to Slasher Radio. My name is Bonez, joined by my Rob and Kat. What's going on, guys?
Hey there. We're coming in with a real energy to this one.
We certainly are. We certainly are.
We're talking about no bullshit. We were talking about airing Rob's death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Continually on the
Like
show.
mid-sentence we were talking about this, and now we're starting the show.
Yeah. We're all bubbly and full energy over here.
Yeah.
Let's see how long that lasts.
I'm glad that my death cheers you guys up.
Of course.
My final act of lifting people up.
I'm sure it will be.
Your final act. You lifted him up to the end and even past your expiration. Jesus. All right. We got a lot of shit to get to today. We have a voicemail.
Oh, exciting.
No.
Maybe. It depends on who it is.
I was asked to remind you to play the voicemail today, so.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget? It is going to be a Greg hot take corner. Is really what it is.
Yeah, that's less exciting.
It's dangerous.
Greg made me an offer today that if we're interested, we can tell him in advance when it's like hot take corner time. We can tell him in advance what movie we're doing before he calls in, so he can be sure to provide us with a hot take for that movie.
Oh, right. That's fair. I mean, it's fair, but immediately the thought of hearing Greg's opinion on the movie scares me.
It does take a little bit more coordination than we usually have, but now listen, we're getting fancier. We have a schedule and everything. I thought it might be worth bringing up.
The schedule that Rob's breaking.
I was going to say, I am doing my damnedest to fuck that schedule all to hell.
Here you are. Rob just negated like two things on the schedule. That's kind of what we were talking about before we got on here. Rob said fuck, well, didn't say fuck, but it negated two things on the schedule already.
Well, possibly. We don't know for certain yet, but possibly.
Possibly. Either way, schedule's up in the air. Who were we to have a schedule anyway? Let's be honest.
Look, that's just not how we do things.
And we might have jinxed ourselves a little bit trying to.
Yeah, I know. So we have that to get to. We got a hit drink roll call. We got some horror news. And then we have a movie pick from moi that we are going to be discussing today. I'm very excited. Let's get drink roll call out of the way first.
Okay.
Because I am kind of excited. Where's my phone? Of about the drink I'm having tonight. It's nothing super fancy like, some of my previous works of art. But I did find a beer. I'm going to send you guys a picture of it. I'm going to tweet it now. I guess I'll put it up on Patreon, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I found a Ghost IPA.
Oh, no.
The can is
dope.
dope
Kind
as
of
shit.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, cool can.
It's a
How's
Ghost.
it taste, though?
It's not bad.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of IPAs. They tend to be a little bit too bitter for me, a little too hoppy, but.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find a good one, though.
I'm not a huge beer guy. This says Style New England. New England Style India Pale Ale is what it is. So, it's not bad for a beer.
Yeah, I will say the IPA thing is kind of weird because I say I'm not a huge fan of them. There are times when I'm in the mood for an IPA, and they really, a good one really hits the spot. But most of the time, I find it would be too hoppy.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's fair.
It's very fair. But yeah, it's not bad. You know what I got to start doing is now I have 5 of these in my fridge.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get good at stealing cans because like this whole 6-pack thing, like I just want one. I just need one.
Yeah, I actually cleaned out some of the drink roll call graveyard in my refrigerator and sadly ended up just tossing a lot of that bullshit that I did not ever want to drink again.
Ladies and gentlemen, drink roll call graveyard is real.
Yeah.
The real thing.
This week I am drinking the South Carolina Lizard Man in honor of Chris Month.
Ah, Chris Month.
Yeah, the drink that Chris sent my way. It is, of course, cheer wine, Maker's Mark, and lime juice. And it's fantastic. Actually really good.
Okay. Elevates it. Nice. Pat, what about you?
Last week I made a bold claim that I was closing in on the Outback Steakhouse recipe for the Aussie Jossie. This week I'm proud to announce that I got there. I passed it up, and we're doing something different with all the same ingredients that taste more like a Jolly Rancher than because the Aussie Jossie is really citrusy. I'm gonna rebrand. We're gonna give it a new name, and I'm gonna try to find it like a horror shot glass that I can put the blood in moving forward. So it's evolved from where it was last week.
All right.
Even though I'm basically drinking a neon blue cocktail still.
Okay. It's like the aqua velvas that they drink in Zodiac.
Yes.
Well, Kat, now my question is though, you're still putting a shark in it, I'm assuming one day, right?
If I can find a shark, we might. I'm still gonna call it something different.
That's fair.
But we're gonna see what cool grenadine holder I find first. The dangerous thing about this is that it's so much fun to pour the grenadine that looks like blood into the thing that sometimes I end up just with a glass of grenadine. Like it's dangerous.
Damn. Okay. I figured there would still be a shark in there. Impressive though.
Yeah, I'm making progress.
Impressive. All right. 917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. If you want to leave a voicemail for the show,
You've traced the call. It's coming from inside the house.
we will air it and discuss it. Greg, this is kind of his monthly segment that he has, and here we go. We do not condone anything, by the way, that Greg is about to say. These are hot takes. They might scare you. Go check out Darth Gregor on TikTok for more of these.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Robert. Hi, Kat.
Ah,
It's I, Darth Gregor, back with another series of hot takes. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is the best PG-13 horror film. I did a tournament. I would know. By the way, the final four were Stay Alive, Lights Out, The Skeleton Key, and the winner, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Apt Pupil is a better horror movie, and it's also a better regular movie than Zodiac. It doesn't have Jake Gyllenhaal, who's terrible.
Wow.
Wait Until Dark is a better home invasion horror movie than The Strangers.
Oh.
And last but certainly not least, Tim Curry is a better horror movie actor than Tom Atkins. Thank you. Bye.
That's not a hot take at all. That's true.
All right. So what's happening here is it seems like every time that Greg does a hot take corner, he tends to target one of us more than the others.
I think you got targeted here, Rob, is my prediction.
Yeah, he went after me, it seems, with the claim that something, whatever it is better than Zodiac.
Apt Pupil. The thing about it is that I really thought I felt in my bones that it was going to be that Apt Pupil was better than The Shining, and I was about to agree, and then it was the Zodiac, and it's
yeah, which is just absolutely wrong on all levels. And I think if you take a look at our Portnoy scores for both those movies, you'll see that we all believe that.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to argue too much about that, and I'm not going to defend the honor of Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal. He is not one of my favorite actors. I do think he is fantastic in Zodiac, though. The other claim was that Tim Curry is a better horror actor than Tom Atkins. I could not disagree more. Tim Curry has been good in exactly one horror movie.
Oh, Rob.
And that is It, and it's not even really a movie, it's a miniseries.
Rocky Horror?
Sucks.
Really? Tim Curry's performance was bad.
It's terrible. That's a terrible movie.
That you should be ashamed of yourself right
It
now.
does not hold a candle to the work that Mr. Atkins gave us in Halloween 3, The Fog, or Night of the
Are you
Creeps.
kidding me? Yeah, come on. Weigh in on it.
Tim Curry in Rocky Horror Picture Show, I think
Well,
does.
in general.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I think he does exactly what that movie needs, and I know that some people were really influenced by it, which is not nothing. We know I don't like that movie, but no, I think Tim Curry he's a phenomenal actor. I think he was really good in it. It's not a horror movie, but it's been on my mind a lot lately. He was really good in Clue. I want to watch
love Clue.
Again.
Clue is amazing.
But it's not really relevant. Yeah, I think Tom Atkins maybe has more horror credits that come to mind.
Yeah, we're only talking about horror movies because that was the claim. He was a better horror actor.
Yeah.
And I will say this, Tim Curry could have never banged that chick in Halloween 3. He couldn't have closed the deal.
Tim Curry absolutely would have closed the deal. Tim Curry also did stuff in Tales from the Crypt too, man. Come on, stop.
He did. Yeah,
That's not a movie.
No, but it's in horror.
It's not a movie. We're talking about movies. Come on.
It's in horror. Don't try and discredit.
I think maybe Tom Atkins wins here just by like default. And it's not even really about the performances. It's just about he has more memorable credits, you know?
Yeah. And Tim Curry can't even grow no mustache.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
not relevant to my argument here.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying.
No, with what he did in it and Rocky Horror alone, I didn't see no.
He
damn.
was very good in it, though. Is
the range of Tim Curry? Tom Atkins plays the same damn role all the time. Mediocre.
Yeah, he plays the role of the most awesome person alive.
Oh,
Mikey, you're winning me back because Tim Curry does have more horror range.
Kidding me?
He doesn't have any horror range. What are you talking about? He's got one fucking Pennywise. That's it.
Listen, I don't have to like Rocky Horror Picture Show to acknowledge that Tim Curry was good in it, and it has a place in the horror world. I think it's insane to call it one of the best horror musicals because the music drives me up the wall, but it has a place in the horror world. Like,
I don't know
it's hard to argue that.
That aside, whether it's good or not, I mean, come on.
But
what
Tim
he
Curry
did
is good in it, is the thing.
All right, well,
that is range.
Be that as it may, we're talking about Dr. Chalice. We're talking about The Fog. We're talking about fucking Night of the Creeps.
Boring movie.
Thrill Me. I mean,
maybe not boring, but it was bad.
Tim Curry couldn't deliver Thrill Me the way the fucking Tom Atkins did.
Tom Atkins didn't do it well either.
He couldn't deliver it the way Tom Atkins did, but I think he could deliver us something there.
And if we put any of his characters in a tournament, that character would not be able to fuck its way all the way to the third round.
You're really proud of that third round, huh?
I mean, even though you guys screwed him, he should have gone to the finals, but...
God damn, we should. I don't know how the hell we let him get as far as he did. Like, it's just never going to go away. That was one win. Rob almost cried on the show. Like, he was so happy that he got to talk about him another fucking week. Like,
he was really happy.
Son of a bitch. All right. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, and the strangers thing. Greg, stop. No.
I don't know that movie he was talking about. I've never seen that shit. So
it's bullshit, whatever it is. There's no way. I don't remember, but
I couldn't remember what the other movie was.
Wait Until Dark or something? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Huh.
Strangers is the best home invasion movie. Like, and especially Greg suggested it, just no.
Okay. Well, hold on. I mean, Inside is the best home invasion movie.
They're very different movies. I would rather watch The Strangers than Inside any day.
Wait Until Dark sounds interesting. Although here it's listed as a thriller/crime movie. If this is the same movie that he was talking about. But it stars Alan Arkin and Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, I've seen this.
See, Kat didn't even remember seeing it. Not better than Strangers.
No, I couldn't remember what the name of it was.
It's not listed as a horror movie anywhere though. I'm seeing it as a crime thriller or a psychological thriller.
I will say though, it is good. I don't know if I would call this a horror movie, but it does have horror elements, and it is really solid.
Better than The Strangers. I don't want to hear it.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's not. That's not fair because I don't think of this as a horror movie. Like, there are two different camps for me.
Mm.
No, I don't think it's better than The Strangers, but it is a lot closer in quality to Strangers than I assumed it was when I didn't know what movie we were talking about.
All right, that's fair. It says something. God damn it, Greg.
It is also my favorite. This is embarrassing because I couldn't remember. I didn't know what movie it was. I think it's my favorite Audrey Hepburn movie also.
All right. I don't know that I've ever seen a fucking Audrey Hepburn movie, so.
Yeah, the competition isn't real stiff because she's usually in like rom-com things.
Like I've never sat down and watched Breakfast at Tiffany's, so I don't know.
Right.
Fair enough.
Usually, we have a news segment that is exclusive to this week. We all, I believe, watched a franchise of movies, right? This week?
Yeah. I did.
We got through an entire franchise. Mikey,
Yep.
do you want to brief us on The Conjuring?
No.
But that was the plan. I was going to watch the Insidious movies, which I did. Kat was going to watch Children of the Corn, and you were going to watch all the Conjuring movies.
Yeah. We were going to meet back.
First of all, no. You guys, well, actually, wasn't even you guys. You guys came up with that decision. Rob decided it was a good idea to just sit around and watch all the Insidious movies.
Yeah, because there was a new one coming out, and I wanted to be caught up on the franchise before I went to see it.
What the fuck does that have to do with me? You want to sit and watch a bunch of bad movies? I got to do it too.
Well,
No,
you didn't have to watch Insidious.
Right.
You didn't want to watch Insidious. As a matter, that was the first offer, and you didn't want to do it. And then Rob thought it would be a good idea if we all did a report on a franchise.
I mean, like somebody who hosts a horror podcast.
Yes, that is technically what we do every week. This is our job.
Right. And also, like someone who runs a horror podcast, we give more than 2 days in advance for someone has to watch 8 movies. We do that also. These guys told me 2 nights ago in our group chat, oh, you're watching all the Conjuring movies.
Actually, we told you 4 days ago, but you weren't paying attention, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, I've had a busy week. No, I didn't. Okay, Rob watched all the Insidious movies. Mm-hmm. They wanted me to watch all the Conjuring movies. No, that's still watching bad movies, and more than you had to watch at that.
That's not true. I know that 8 sounds like more than 5, but Rob had to watch a lot of other bad movies this week.
Yeah,
that's not my problem.
He did like the worst one of them, but I mean, still, it's been a rough week for Rob.
And I had to go to the theater to see one of mine.
Who told you to do that?
That's like added extra time.
That's 5 Insidious movies, and Joe Bob made him watch not only Perfect Blue a second time, but also Mad God for what I assume was the first time, Rob?
Yes, the first and the last. Holy fucking shit. And Mikey, when I say that, don't get all smart and think that the patron should nominate it because you'll have to watch it too, and you do not want to watch fucking Mad God.
No, I do not tempt the patrons very often, unless I know the outcome. But no, again,
I would kind of tempt the patrons here because I'm not afraid of watching Mad God again, but that wouldn't be a punishment for me.
It will be. I will say this. I think Mad God might be the shortest episode of Slasher Radio ever because it would be all 3 of us going, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know.
We could get Phil Tippett on to also say, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Joe Bob had Phil Tippett, the director of Mad God, on to discuss it. And every question he asked, Phil Tippett went, I don't know.
Jeez.
My favorite quote from the episode was just Joe Bob going, "It's your movie, Phil." Exasperatedly.
But again, Rob choosing to watch bad movies, he chose to spend his time doing that. That's not my problem.
No, but we agreed to it. And I said the first time, I know you weren't paying attention, but Rob floated it by. He said, right. I said, right. And then I asked, right, Mikey? And you didn't say anything. So I said, that counts.
Yep.
How does that count?
We voted. We took a vote. And not only did we have the majority, but also you abstained for some reason.
And furthermore, me seeing the Insidious movies is not crazy because there was a new one coming out that I was going to see. So I wanted to catch up.
That still
makes
crazy.
Sense.
It's not crazy. I, again, host a horror podcast and a major horror release, whether you like it or not, their big releases was coming out. So I went to see it, like a good horror podcast host.
Well, you go ahead and be a good horror podcast host, and I'll be a shitty one and not sit and watch all the Insidious movies. I'm fine with that. That does not bother me at all.
I had to pay to watch the last two.
Oh, you're out of your mind. That has nothing to do with me because you chose to watch a bad franchise. And again, I want to point out, you gave me almost double the movies to watch.
But I had to go to the theater.
Whose fault is it? You should have seen something else. You chose to go.
I did go earlier this week. I saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
That's another bad decision.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it.
No way.
Yeah, it was better than that Crystal Skull bullshit.
Well, that's a low bar.
I mean, look, they're never going to make a movie as good as like Raiders of the Lost Ark or the first three. I mean, this is not going to happen. Harrison Ford's fucking 80 years old, but this one's fun. I enjoyed it. I would recommend thumbs up for Dial of Destiny. I would say go see it. But thumbs down for Insidious fucking 5. That's fucking terrible.
Imagine.
The Red Door, I believe it was called.
Every time we've brought that up on the show, which has been several times running up to its release, we made fun of it. What would make you think it was going to be good? Like,
I go to the theater and see all the horror releases that come out.
I'd be damned if I sat and watched 4 Insidious movies because the new one's coming out.
Later this year, I'm going to have to sit through The Nun too.
This is your fault.
No,
I don't feel bad for you. I'm not going to watch it.
I need to know what's going on.
I don't need to know that bad. I'm fine with not knowing what's going on. No. So no, I did not. Did you watch all the Children of the Corn movies, Kat?
Of course, because I'm a good horror podcast.
You lie, you.
See?
Rob's the only one that, at the end of the day, Rob's the only one that watched a bunch of bad movies. Good. I watched Butt Boy. I won.
Okay, I might not have rewatched. I have seen all the Children of the Corn movies. I might not have rewatched them all this week, but I did watch the only one I was missing, which was the 2023 remake of Children of the Corn. It is one of the most entertainingly horrendous films I've ever seen in my entire life.
Is it better or worse than Children of the Corn 3 Urban Harvest?
Oh, Lord.
That's actually my favorite Children of the Corn movie.
Oh.
Because it is so entertainingly bad. This one is not as entertaining, but it is worse. So it does not rank quite as highly as Urban Harvest.
So you see, Mikey, these are the kinds of conversations we can have when you do the work.
Yeah. So next week, please rank all the Conjuring movies.
Just 8 movies. That's all.
Okay. When did this conversation happen again? You said Wednesday?
I don't know.
Whatever day I watched Children of the Corn.
It would have been either Tuesday or Wednesday because I went and saw the new Insidious on Thursday.
Oh, I was editing the show. So I was putting work in, all right? Literally on that day when that conversation was happening. That's probably why I wasn't paying attention. Fucking watch the Conjuring movies.
Pulling the editing card.
Yeah.
All right.
Who just, that's the most rude thing I've ever heard in my life. Who just tries to make somebody watch all the Conjuring movies? It's not even like all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Okay, fine. Conjuring?
Well, you weren't paying attention when Rob was trying to get you to watch Insidious, and I almost did it. Also, that's the craziest part. We didn't even talk about that part where Rob had me kind of wanting to watch all the Insidious.
I did see that
because he was talking about Lin Shaye like getting into a fist fight with a ghost, and that sounded hilarious.
She straight punches a ghost in the face and then says, "Come on, bitch,"
and that almost did it. I almost rewatched all the Insidiouses.
I will say this. I thought I was rewatching the Insidious movies, Mikey. What I discovered is I only had ever seen the first one. I never watched any of the other ones.
Makes sense. You were smart up until now. Yeah. You're doing all right. And I'll have you guys know, I do eventually go back and look. I don't just completely, I should have pulled Rob's card and be like, that didn't happen. That's what I should have. They never said that.
See? I don't go back and look, so
I know. Yeah. All right. I guess we head into news then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius. First thing up. Oh, geez, I forgot about this. Oh, what?
No, just real quick. I want to start with news because I know that I'm going to forget. Because I always do. Dead Sled. Do you have this? Do you have a Dead Sled story?
Do not.
They are doing a Dead by Daylight coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And given how much we talk about Dead by Daylight, I thought that would be worth bringing up on the show.
Yeah, I did see this last week, and I did forget about it.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna edit this out, but
Yeah, I'm still drinking the Kitty Diddler blend they did.
Stop calling it that.
It also comes with a they have a strawberry green tea if you get the bundle.
Ugh.
Which
Tea.
sounds gross. I don't know why you would do that.
I don't know why anybody drinks tea. It's disgusting.
Hey man, you know what? I love that a horror brand, especially something in gaming, is branching out the way it is. Like, it's showing there's interest across the board. And that's very good for horror gaming in general. We need that.
And Dead Sled's good coffee from what I've had, which is just the Kitty Diddler blend.
Stop calling it that.
It is really good coffee, and I'm glad that I remembered to talk about this. I was going to talk about the last time they did a new flavor, which was the House of the Dragon blend, which I've been drinking multiple times on the show without remembering to mention it. But it's really tasty. They do good work at Dead Sled.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're like the waxworks of the coffee world, man.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
It's good coffee. I enjoy it. I don't drink as much. I don't drink it as often as I do like other coffees that I buy, just because I have to put it in that special Keurig thing, and that's kind of a pain in the ass.
Right.
I mean, it's actually not a pain in the ass at all, but I've just woken up usually, and I don't want to fuck with it. I just want coffee.
If you do end up getting more, the Resurgence might be my all-time favorite coffee, like from anywhere in the world. It is so good.
What's it called? Resurgence?
Yeah, it's the George Romero one.
Oh.
So good.
Well, why didn't you tell me about that one before I got the fucking Freddy Krueger shit?
Because the Freddy Krueger one was my favorite. The Resurgence was not out.
Okay. Well, and I guess it's not Freddy Krueger. I guess it's technically Robert Englund. Yeah, so it's not Kitty Diddler coffee. It's Robert Englund.
But it is in a red and black, or red and green stripe.
Yeah,
bag,
that's why I thought it was Freddy, but I'm looking at it now, and it's fucking...
Yeah,
they got all kinds of coffees, man. They do shit with bands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is a Nightmare on Elm Street coffee, too, but I got the other one. I got the Robert Englund one.
That's the better one.
There's a Friday the 13th machete brew.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Kat, do you think you're gonna get the Dead by Daylight one? Obviously, it's based on flavors, and is that one up your alley or no?
It's not a flavor that I'm really looking forward to, but okay. I do trust Dead Sled. Like, this would be the first one in a long time that I haven't gotten, so I am thinking about it.
No.
And I will report back if it's good or not if I end up getting one.
Nice. Have you tried the Black Craft Cult?
No, I have not.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Resurgent. I couldn't find it.
It's good.
Do they make it with the monkey poop?
No.
I forgot about that. That's gross. All right. Next thing up then is I gotta send this to you guys. I forgot. Bad CGI Gator.
Yes.
Poster apparently is out or something. I'll be honest, I didn't look much into this. It promises to deliver on its title. It's a horror comedy.
Yeah.
But it's not from the bad CGI shark people, it looks like. It looks like it's from Full Moon.
Yeah, it's not bad CGI shark people. So they're biting off no shit.
Yeah.
I understand how frustrating that is, but after Cocaine Bear, we started getting other cocaine movies, and I was here for it. I'm ready for bad CGI movies.
Yeah. Did you watch Cocaine Shark?
I did watch Cocaine Shark. It's not great.
Fucking terrible, isn't it? It's awful.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be based off of what you said about it, but it's no shark side of the moon.
It's called Cocaine Shark, and there's not really a fucking cocaine shark in it.
What I'm saying is it's fucking dumb. See, this is what I was talking about, guys. This is what I was talking about. The movies that these things are going to breed. I say it all the time. I wasn't mad specifically at Cocaine Bear. I was mad at what I knew would come. I said that from the beginning. And
Okay,
here
but
we
even
are.
if this had given us a cocaine shark, you would have been mad about it, which is why we didn't take you more seriously.
Yeah, no, I still would have been mad at it, sure. But this is what comes. I would have been mad at any shark movie. You can put cocaine in it or chocolate. I mean, I'm gonna be mad. But I knew it. I knew this is what it was gonna be. Just shit like that. Shame
How
on
dare you be mad at Chocolate Shark?
Chocolate Shark.
Chocolate shark.
I would watch the hell out of Chocolate Shark.
I do feel though that this bad CGI Gator movie should credit, bad CGI Sharks guys somewhere in their credits. They should. Yeah.
And on the note of the Cocaine Bear and Cocaine Shark stuff, I'm very much looking forward to Crackoons.
Oh God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when that's going to be out yet, but I am very excited for it.
Cat's devious, yeah. All right.
That's just great.
No, it's not. God damn you guys. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Slaughterhouse. There's a new Funko tabletop game coming out in September.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you guys. Everybody, obviously, these articles you can get them on Bloody Disgusting. I mean, it looks great. Again, the tabletop thing, I don't know, man, but dude, this looks phenomenal.
I love these tabletop games and the way they look and everything, but as we've mentioned before, I can't justify spending the money on them because I never get to play them.
Usually I side with Rob on this. I did say, though, the first time we started talking about tabletop games, that I have a gaming group. I very rarely get to play horror games with them because I'm like the only horror fan in the group, and it makes it hard for me to do collectibles like this. I have to choose like my, I get maybe one or two of these a year. I might use one on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This looks great. There's a chance I could actually play it. Not often, but
yeah.
I might pull some strings here for this one.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And that's the thing. The other thing is, not only do I not have anybody to play them with, these games usually aren't cheap. And it's not because they're not worth the money. It's just, it's a lot of money for something that I'm going to leave in a box.
Yeah.
Although this one's not that bad. The Texas Chainsaw was $30.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's not too bad. I mean, I've seen some of them, they're like $50 or whatever. And again, I'm sure that they're worth it. It's not a matter of that. It's just, is it worth it for me to buy it just to have it on a shelf?
Yeah.
Pretty
Tough
much.
question, but $30.
Yeah, that's a win. That is worth, even if it just sits on the shelf, it's worth at least that. Yeah. All right, next thing up, and this is going to cost me money. There is a My Bloody Valentine 4K Ultra HD box set collection that is coming out from Shout Factory, and I'm sending the image to you guys. Everybody, please go.
I'm afraid to look at this one.
It's going to cost you money, Cat. I'm telling you.
Oh.
I already own My Bloody Valentine on Blu-ray. I don't have it on 4K.
Yeah, you don't have this one, though.
No, you don't.
That heart-shaped box, is that for real, or is that just a prop?
I think it's for real, man. I'm not sure. It better be for real. But
did you just send a picture and not a story?
Oh, you want the whole story?
Well,
I could send you the link to the. There you go. All right, there you go. It is $44 on Amazon. $45.
That's not bad.
For that, it's not.
Could be
for
worse.
all this stuff, because I mean that's not that much more than a regular 4K cost.
What I was trying to figure out was if it had all that stuff. And if it does, that's worth it.
Yeah. Hold on.
This is that.
All right. I'm going to try really hard not to spend money while simultaneously looking at this.
I know.
Is it available to order yet?
It's available on Amazon, but Amazon only shows the DVD, like the box.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not going to spend $44 just for the box. And I'm looking through images, like the reviews.
I'm trying to find it on Scream Factory site, and I don't see it.
I really want this.
They do like exclusive or limited release stuff sometimes just on their site.
Yeah.
I mean, 40 or $45 or whatever seems like a really good price for that set.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, I don't see anything on like the reviews on Amazon with images. I don't see anything that with the, and they have it open and it's just the 2 DVDs in there. So I don't know, man. If it's available, like I said, guys, go check out Bloody Disgusting, their article on there. You can see the image. It's really cool. So any collectors, look at that one.
Yeah, I can't find it on their website anywhere.
All right. A little bit of gaming news. Friday the 13th just had an update as they are approaching expiration. They unlocked everything on the game for everyone to use.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I've seen an uptick in players recently.
Right.
So maybe that has something to do with it. So good for them. It'll help servers, all that shit. Other gaming news, which you guys will give a shit about, Nicolas Cage is the public test build, the PTB rather, is open. So you can go test play Nicolas Cage on Dead by Daylight. Rob, have you done it yet?
No.
Okay.
I have not had time. And I did find this set on Shop Factory's website. And no, that the one on Amazon is not. The price for the set is $140.
That sounds more like what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I would be tempted if I didn't already own My Bloody Valentine on Blu-ray. I mean, it's not 4K, but Blu-ray's fine enough for me. $140 is a lot of money. It's a really nice set, I think, but
yeah, no, absolutely.
I don't have that kind of money to be thrown around. I'm not Mikey.
I ain't getting it either, buddy. Also, the perks for Nicolas Cage in game have been released, and they're fucking memes, dude. Like, it's not. I mean, one of them has a little bit of use, but it's not practical. There's a perk where I don't know what you have to do exactly, but ultimately, end game for having this perk is you get a random item. It could be very useful, or it can be completely fucking useless.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
No, it's not. Like, you're getting your cheeks clapped, man. You don't want to fucking. You can get a broken key, which literally serves no purpose in the game.
Nice.
Especially butt naked the way it is. No add on.
But you got to play as Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, if you're playing as Nicolas Cage, you're a winner.
Right.
He has a perk where he can, if he's hurt,
he can play dead, right?
Yeah, he drops to the floor like he's dead, and he makes no sound, leaves no blood trails, and you can recover. And when you recover, you're fully healed.
See? It's Nicolas Cage, he's fucking Superman.
That takes so much time, though. Like, he's just laying there dead. Like, what the fuck?
I like it, though. They integrated his acting ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I've just been watching nothing but Insidious movies. But I will probably play it just to, if nothing else, just to check it out as soon as I can.
Are you going to buy Nicolas Cage when he comes out?
How much is it?
I don't know. Probably be like $5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because if I'm going to play as Nicolas Cage. What the fuck?
I want to watch you play as Nicolas Cage, though. Can I?
Well, yeah, you can pick up some pointers.
No, I'm not interested in gameplay. I'm interested in commentary and visuals here of you playing as Nicolas Cage. I think that means you have to play Dead by Daylight with me, Rob.
I mean, I can school you on there again, like I did the last time we played.
I'm wiggling.
Which was the last time I played.
James Wan, some more Nicolas Cage news. I don't know if you guys know about this. James Wan revealed that Nicolas Cage almost played Dracula in defunct Castlevania adaptation.
Yeah, we were talking about this. We think it would have been. We hope that he could have gotten more screen time in it, and in that regard, it might have been better. But I like how much freedom he had with the Dracula that he got to play in Renfield. So that's nice.
You watch Renfield yet, Mikey?
No.
The hell you doing, man?
It doesn't interest me. Like
it's streaming. You can watch it streaming right now.
Yeah, I know. I heard bad things about it, man. There's other movies I'm trying to get to.
He hasn't watched Pearl yet, so
Yeah, I know that one's pissing me off. Yeah.
He made time for Butt Boy though.
Dude, Butt Boy was so fucking good, Rob. How do you sit there
this
and you're
is
so
wild to me because I don't know if you're doing. I'm trying to figure out what the chances are of you actually having liked Butt Boy versus the chances of trying to trick us into watching Butt Boy as revenge.
No, there's no I love Butt Boy. It was so fucking funny, man. You would honestly, I'll admit it starts off a little slow, but goddamn does it pay off halfway through. Rob, you gotta watch. How do you like Cocaine Shark the way you do?
I didn't like Cocaine Shark. Cocaine Shark was terrible.
But you were excited about it. You couldn't wait. And Butt Boy, just nothing.
Because it's called Cocaine Shark, Mikey.
Dude, this guy shoves things up his ass.
Yeah, I'm not as into that as you are.
How could you not be? Like, Rob, you got to watch Butt Boy. Come on, stop it.
We'll see, maybe.
You'll thank
I got a lot of things to do. I had to watch 5 Insidious movies in a week. I had play Nicolas Cage on Dead by Daylight, apparently now. Is it available now? Can I get it now?
You can watch it right now. It's on Tubi.
No, not Butt Boy, the fucking Nicolas Cage thing.
You can play the test build right now, but you would have to switch it in your Steam, which
I ain't fucking around with all that switching nothing. No,
it's very easy, but I doubt you would do it. But I forget when he's coming out.
No, and I'm not playing it on Steam anyway. I'll be playing it on my PS5.
Oh yeah, but you joined Discord though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's crossplay. It's fine. All right. So, what was the next thing to talk about? Oh, Stranger Things, the first shadow. There's a clip that came out, and apparently it's a big fucking deal.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna pretend I don't know about it.
I thought I heard the new season was being delayed because of the strike.
I don't know, man.
Maybe that was some other show. I don't know. I know that a lot of shit's being fucked up because of the strike.
Yeah. But they put something out. It's a little clip. I haven't watched Stranger Things yet. I'm waiting to binge it. That's another thing I have to fucking get to. I have so many things. I don't know. It just doesn't really do it for me. I kind of just want to see what everybody's talking about more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was fun when it came. Like, I enjoyed the first season, and I was kind of out after that. Like, I lost interest. Yes, like I think the problem was like when the first season came out, it was something we hadn't seen in like a long time, right? But as soon as it was a success, then we got a bunch of kids on bike shit, and then I just wasn't interested anymore.
Okay. Well, that's it, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet. Last but not least, here comes the shit parade. There were images leaked of Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega in character for Beetlejuice 2. Go ahead, be mean.
I don't even feel like I have to be mean in this. I feel like it's going to run its course naturally when we all get tired of hearing Beetlejuice 2 news.
Yeah, this bullshit's just going to keep coming no matter what, and nobody gives a shit.
I give a shit, man. It's kind of cool.
Just to see pictures? I mean, who cares?
You get to see the characters.
We knew they were going to be in the movie, and it's a Tim Burton movie. We already know what they're going to look like. They're going to look like the characters in every other fucking Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, it's been so long. They're coming back to reprise these characters. A lot of people. It's kind of cool. You're a hater, man. How many times I got to say that stuff to you? You're a hater.
I don't know why you're so mean to me all the time.
Me mean to you. Okay. All right, that's all I have for the news.
All right.
Do you want to hit your button?
I suppose so.
Crazy idiot! Get the fuck out of here! You! Go ahead, go back to turning tricks in Hoboken, you pain in the ass!
Briggs in Hoboken. This is the Gabagoli Mystery Corner, where our listeners send in Italian memes anonymously for no other reason than for me to react on the show. There's no horror tie-in here. This is just what these people do. Don't know why. I wish it would stop.
Normally I say that we do it to respect your heritage, but honestly, this one is going to feel like a personal attack.
What? When does it never... Like, I never feel like it's respecting my heritage. Like, ever, never, ever, ever.
Yeah, but that's exactly what it is, Mikey.
That's not what it is.
That's usually what it is. This one, if you want to be mad about this one, that's fair.
All right. I haven't looked at it yet. The images go up on Patreon. We try and describe them on the show. Here we go. Oh, come on. It's a meme, and it's a can of SpaghettiOs, but it says Frank's Red Hot on it. It says SpaghettiOs, spicy original, Frank's Red Hot. Italians put that shit on everything. Yeah, no, I don't like this. Italians
I had a
don't eat
feeling you were not
SpaghettiO.
going to like this one.
No, I don't like this at all.
No, you're not going to eat SpaghettiOs. You got to get SpaghettiOs with meatball.
No, oh, the shame. No, absolutely not. This is disgraceful. Whoever sent this in, I don't like you. And
you don't like meatballs?
I don't like canned meatballs. No. I hope whoever sent this in gets a mild to serious storm of diarrhea tonight. That's what I wish upon you.
That's not nice.
Well, they did this to themselves, man. It's not nice they sent this in.
Yeah, it is. They're trying to lift you up and celebrate your heritage and your culture and listen to how you act.
Disgraceful, man.
I agree. It is disgraceful.
Yeah, disgraceful. Yeah, I'm sure you do, asshole. All right. Well, fuck them. All right. I have a Huckleberry Humphrey Hillbilly Hoedown.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. This is similar to the Gobble Mystery Corner, where we celebrate Rob's move down south, becoming a redneck. No offense to Southern people, I guess.
Who cares? Yeah. All right, hold on here. All right. So normally we talk about redneck ingenuity being like unbeatable and genius, right?
Yeah,
this is the other side of that coin.
Yeah, this is the other side of that. So this is a redneck fella standing with his back to the camera there, and his ass crack nice and out as you want to do. And he has is some sort of giant firework stuck in his ass crack.
Yeah.
Now, not in his ass; it's in just in the crack, with his pants and everything, holding it up. That is on fire, and then the caption reads, "You know my style, the Humphrey firework."
I don't think it's so much his pants are holding up a little bit that are on there. His butt cheeks are playing a part.
Yeah,
in that
oh yeah,
too,
no,
Rob.
the butt cheeks are doing the heavy lifting, but I think they would probably still fall out maybe if his pants weren't.
Yeah. It would fall down the crack.
Yeah. And the best thing about this is he's sort of bent over a little bit, and he's got his arms outstretched, and he's doing like the metal fingers at the end, like the devil horns.
Metal as fuck, bro.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't know why it's called the Humphrey fire. I mean, I would never do that, but that's fine.
I'd pay so much money to see you do that.
No, I would not. I would not be surprised if my neighbors were not doing that though over the 4th of July holiday weekend, because what I did learn about the South is these motherfuckers love to blow shit up to celebrate America.
Oh yeah.
My dog was not happy on the 4th of July.
Neither was mine. See, the problem with this is I've watched Jackass. I've seen them do this. It's all fun and games while you're bent over and there's firecracker up your ass. Like, that's funny. Mm-hmm. But then when that motherfucker starts to going and and all that shit, the sparks fly.
Yeah.
That's when you got a problem.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games till that point.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's true of most things in life. It's all fun and games until something blows up.
Yeah, until it started, that fuse is done. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that, Rob, for real?
No, I would never.
If I asked you to do it just for the memes, you wouldn't do it.
No.
Come on, we spent a whole night drinking and bonding on the 4th of July. You won't just do it real quick?
Nope, not even close. First of all, I don't fuck around with fireworks.
That one won't kill you.
Like, no, I don't fuck around with those things.
Yeah, that won't kill you. You can do that one.
I don't do that. If I decide that it's the 4th of July and I want to celebrate by watching fireworks, I'll just go to a fucking fireworks thing,
Yeah, it's not like I'm asking you to stick an M80 up your ass or nothing. Come on.
No, not doing any of that.
No fun. Fair. Hate fun. Confirm. All right. That's it for the news and all that shit. So we're going to take a really quick break and we'll be right back to talk about Joyride. Okay. I'm gonna be upset with the slander I'm about to receive for Joyride.
You're gonna be upset with my opening statement. I never in my life want to hear that Seven is not a horror movie again, Mikey. Never again. Never, 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 never.
Seven is not a horror movie.
No,
Joyride is.
Watching Joyride has put that argument to rest. I've won. If
Absolutely
Joyride is
not.
a horror movie, Seven is the scariest shit in the world. I don't make the rules. That's how it is.
The difference for me between Joyride and Seven
is that Seven did what it was trying to do.
Joyride did too. Joyride did exactly what it was trying to do. And there were the scenes that hit the horror tones in Joyride for what they were trying to do. Seven was a little more, in your face with effects, and Joyride took a different route. They had a lot more darker moments, man, and it might not have shined throughout the entire movie, but the places where they hit it, I feel they hit it.
There were two moments in 90 minutes.
Did you just say that Joyride has darker moments than Seven?
I said vibes, feelings.
Joyride.
Seven never didn't feel like a police procedural to me. It never didn't feel like that.
What did Joyride feel like?
Did I watch the wrong movie?
We might have. I more than once checked to make sure I was watching the right Joyride.
We are talking about Joyride starring Steve Zahn, right?
2001. Did I watch the wrong thing?
We're talking about Joyride starring Paul Walker, also. Who I think and that's another thing. The performances in this were really good.
What do you
mean? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
I like Steve Zahn. All right. I think that he makes pretty much everything he's in better. He is terribly miscast in this movie.
How?
Because he's playing the bad boy from the wrong side of the tracks who's always getting in trouble with the law.
These are the two prettiest brothers I've ever seen.
I don't think he was playing that role though. I mean, yeah, he was doing dumb shit, but I don't think he was supposed to be a bad boy. He was like that.
He hot-wired a car.
Yeah, he hot-wires a car. When we first meet him, he's getting bailed out of jail. He says at one point that he always needs bail money. They are clearly trying to make him be the bad boy, like black sheep of the family that no one likes to talk about. But it's Steve Zahn. He doesn't play that role.
There's different layers to it's not like he was trying to be fucking Tupac with a bandana hanging out of his back pocket. He was I know how to hotwire a car. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
of course you do. You're Italian.
Wow, you motherfucker. But
I wasn't supposed to say that out loud?
No,
I don't think you were supposed to say that one out loud. No, but like knowing how to hotwire a car is not the same thing as like what we're talking about in an early 2000s movie when someone hotwires a car, exactly what role they're supposed to be in that film. And it's the bad boy.
I do not think
when he's hotwiring the car, he says, "I've done this before," implying that he has a past of stealing automobiles.
So do crackheads.
He's Steve Zahn.
I do not. One of my notes in this movie was, I think that he played that role perfectly. He was and it even went in the end. He tried to steal his brother's girl. He was more playing a douche, a dumb douche, than anything else to me throughout this.
Right. That's another thing I hated. That whole thing with him trying to sleep with his brother's crush when she's drunk is fucking out of place in this movie and wasn't needed and did not belong there at all. It's weird and it doesn't fit.
That's one of those things. It could have been it could have tied in. It could have given us context about the brothers' relationship. It could have done a lot of things. It didn't do anything. And also the brothers' relationship in this movie, for a movie that starts off the first 30 minutes as a fucking brother road trip genre film, there's so much unnecessary stuff that goes on in this movie. It's so slow at so many points. And I don't even know, like, what the dynamic is between these two brothers. I don't know how they feel about each other. I don't know, like, how they grew up. Like, there's nothing. They're giving me nothing.
I don't understand how. I think they defined it pretty well. Like, they haven't seen each other. He was like, oh, you're taller than me. He hasn't seen him in a long time. They gave you that right out of the rip. And then he gets mad at him for you fucking her thing. Like, they clearly, and then at the end, I mean, I'm not gonna disagree that scene with the brother and the girl, like that could have been gone without, sure. But that helped define, like, dude, that's what they are. He would try and do some shit like that.
Yeah,
I think they defined it pretty well.
Does it care? Like, does the younger brother care? Is there an emotional thing? Has he always been, like, stealing the spotlight? Like, I don't understand the dynamic between these two. I don't get it. I know, like, the events where they haven't seen each other in a long time, but that's not an emotional connection between siblings in films. Like, that's not good storytelling. It's not. I'm sorry.
It's pretty straightforward. He found out
lots
your
of things
brother's
are pretty
in jail
straightforward.
again. I mean, that tells you what you need to know.
Yeah, it tells us that Steve Zahn's a bad boy. Watch out.
I never ever
he will steal your car and your lady.
He's a wimp though. Like, I don't understand the bad boy. I've never got that vibe. I feel like
I also didn't get the vibe for it, but that was the problem, because I feel like that's what they were going for.
He backed down. He yelled, "We have a gun," and stuck his finger up at the window. What do you guys mean? He's a douchey wimp who just keeps doing dumb shit and getting thrown in jail. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean I don't see the bad boy thing whatsoever.
I didn't either. That's the problem. His performance was terrible because he was miscast.
I thought he did great. I think maybe they weren't trying to go for the bad boy thing. Maybe I'm projecting that, because I think that a bad boy dynamic would have been more interesting than what they didn't give us much. And I think the contrast of personalities between a bad boy and a college boy, I guess, I don't really know what else to call him, because the characters, they didn't give us much to go with. I think that would have been a more interesting, like, dichotomy, and I wish it had been there, whether or not it's what they were trying to do.
Maybe that could have replaced the scene with the woman that with the girlfriend and the brother at the end. Because again, I mean, yeah, that wasn't like I could have did without that. But, maybe that could have replaced it. Maybe.
Speaking of scenes I could have done without, I understand why Charlotte exists in this film. It's because she's the justification for them making dumb decisions in the first place to kind of escalate the situation. But with the amount of dumb decisions that they make all the rest of the time, they could have cut Charlotte out of this thing entirely. She did not make any difference whatsoever.
Charlotte's not a character. She's a plot device.
And not even a good one.
Yeah.
Like, yikes.
I mean, yeah, I mean, she wasn't in it much. It was mostly them. Yeah. And then she was at the end. She was the hostage and, all this. I mean, it had purpose. I mean, they probably could have come up with something else different. I mean, sure. It's a reason.
It's to maintain a suspension of disbelief that they don't maintain any other time, which is the thing that irritates me about it, because, like, they're so dumb. I can't wrap my head around how dumb these two are.
They're two college guys. Yeah, they're dumb. Yeah, I believe that.
And before we get too far away from the performances, Steve Zahn, in my opinion, is miscast. I don't think he's necessarily bad. I said before his performance wasn't good. I don't believe that. I just think he's miscast because he does a good job of doing that Steve Zahn thing where he'll throw off like a sarcastic little line here or there.
Yeah,
he's very good at that. Paul Walker is as lifeless and wooden as I've ever seen him in anything in this movie.
Yes.
There's nothing to that character, and him and the girl, what's her name, Vega, whatever the fuck her name was. There's no chemistry between the two of them at all. Zero.
There's no chemistry with anyone in this movie with anybody else.
I mean, the chemistry. Yeah, he was. I mean, a young Paul Walker. So, but I don't think he was bad though. I mean, yeah, he could have been more, but I don't think the point was for him to be anything more than he really was. I think, but see, there was no chemistry with anyone. I do think him and the brother chemistry played great, man. Like the moments they had in the car where he's trying to talk him into it and stuff like that. I mean, I've personally been there. You're trying to talk your friend into it something dumb. Those kind of hit a little bit for me. So I like their dynamic a lot.
And so with the performances, the last thing that I really have to say regarding those, I think the editing in this film was bad. And I think it kind of pointed to the I don't think it did the acting any favors, because there's that one shot at the end when he's like, I don't even remember what he's reacting to, but it cuts 4 times back to his doofy looking face being surprised, and it's like, what? It's some of the most over the top reaction I've ever seen. I got so frustrated, and I don't even remember. It wasn't a moment that was important because I don't remember what it was. It was just him with his mouth open and his eyes wide. Like, it looked like it felt sometimes like this movie was trying to do a comedy and then would remember that it was a horror movie, and like there were these reactions like this, and it was very silly when it wasn't doing the horror thing.
Well,
I didn't know,
which was very
so
seldom. Like, it very seldom was doing a horror movie.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they cast Steve Zahn in this horror movie, and he's being Steve Zahn throughout the movie. I mean, one of my favorite parts of this movie, which isn't horror related at all, is when he's talking to like after there's the first scene at the motel, and the next day they're talking to the cops, and like Paul Walker comes out and Steve Zahn goes, "Seems like we got us a situation." Made me laugh so hard, like the way he's mocking that police officer and stuff.
That was a lot of fun. And I had the subtitles on, and it actually spelled out situation, which made me really happy.
But you're right. In those moments, it's easy. It is almost, you can forget that it's supposed to be a horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, especially the brother, Paul Walker's brother, I thought he was one of the best parts of the movie. That's why I can't believe you got, like, because he was just so real. Like, he was just like, whatever the fuck came to his mind, he was going to say it.
Yeah, I just thought I thought Steve Zahn was miscast in the role.
Damn you.
Ted Levine is perfect.
Ted Levine is the best part of this movie.
He absolutely
both horror moments that I had were Ted Levine. Like, he does such a good job in this. And so I said last week, we were talking about Joyride, and I was dubious as to whether or not Joyride was the banger that we needed, but I said on record that I enjoyed this movie, and but I hadn't seen it in a long time, and sometimes the rewatches do get me. This is one of those situations where I remembered Joyride. I remembered really liking it because the 2 moments, like everything in my recollection of this was Ted Levine, and he's great, And the fact that I couldn't remember the plot, it's like, well, it's because the performances must have been so good. The one performance is really absolutely fantastic. Everything else made me kind of mad. Like, I wish I still didn't remember some of this stuff.
Ted Levine absolutely was the best part of this movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like every aspect of Ted Levine in this was great. Like, even the shots, like I even noted the shots of just the radio. And the fucking the lights moving for the voice lines and Ted Levine's voice, like, dude, that was pretty dark.
Yeah.
Like, and I always thought it was always unsettling, but even just like watching it today, I was like, damn, man, like that's kind of creepy. Even you had the moment too where they stuck it in a lot of places. There was in itself a lot, but even the scene where he was pushing the truck up against the car. It would cut to the CB radio. and you would see that little, like, they made that kind of a character in itself in a way,
Yeah.
like an extension of the villain. And I thought it was I like the CB radio thing a lot.
The CB radio thing was
Well, they had to show that because they were never going to show us Rusty Nail.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was smart. That was so smart. You
That's
don't
a
get
good
to see the
decision.
villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, that's a very smart decision. They did a great job. And it's like you said, I think the fact that they are willing to create a character out of a radio when they have to put the radio back into the car, there is this very like imposing connection to that. They did a really good job. And for as frustrated as I got with some of the things in this movie, you can't take away the things that they did well. They did extremely well.
Yeah.
They did. And like it wasn't a full-blown horror movie all through and through, Friday the 13th or Halloween style, but it was like a 2000s movie.
And therein lies the problem.
Yeah, but there were some good ones out there, man. And I feel like Joyride was it, because it was a very 2000s movie. It was. And Paul Walker was, like I said before, he was a young actor at this time. He wasn't Paul Walker as we remember him, and I don't think that mattered. He was a pretty boy. That was his 2000s movie. And as much as I don't like that, the thought of going with something like that, it's kind of what they were doing, and he was serviceable. But I feel like it's hard to look at two pretty boys and get horror. You're just never going to get it the whole way through. But, so I guess if you can't get past that it's a 2000s movie, this is like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That might sum up my anger with it, honestly.
Yeah, but that's his time, and that's what they did what they were trying to do.
They did do well. Okay,
better.
That's
and worse.
debatable. But I do think, because we keep saying 2000s movie, there was an era of 2000s movie that I actually will and would defend that went like too hard. But it really irritates me, the movies that didn't go hard enough. I would always rather watch a Wrong Turn than a Joyride.
I would never watch any Wrong Turns over Joyride.
Now that first Wrong Turn is fun, man.
I'd watch all the Wrong Turns over Joyride, I think.
I only like two Wrong Turn movies. The first one and the one with the game show. I always forget it's that two.
That's the second one.
The second one there. But yeah, I really, really like Joyride. So, I mean,
I really, really like the elements that are good of Joyride, and we talk about this where it's like the lost potential is the thing that gets me most worked up in movies. And when you look at Rusty Nail and the potential that he had as a horror villain, and then you put him in the pretty boy comedy that is Joyride, I get really frustrated.
Yeah. Well, what are the two horror scenes you were talking about, Kat? Because I'm curious if there's only two, I'm curious of what they were.
The two horror scenes that really got me were, and one I already talked about. We've brought up both of these already because they're so good. When they have to put the radio back in and we hear that voice coming back through for the first time, so unsettling, so well done. And I'll even extend that because I called it two moments at first, but that scene where they say that they're just going to listen to it, they're not going to talk back to him, and he's describing like what's going on, like how they store the unidentified bodies and stuff. I'll even extend it to that because like also great Ted Levine performance right there. And the other one is that first line I think could be in one of those iconic horror lines, is where he asks that, they're doing the banter and the brothers being all cocky and stuff, and it's fine. And then Ted Levine asks about the broken tail light. And it's like, that is a great horror line, and it's chilling. And I got so amped up because it's like, we're here, we're doing it, we've got it, like it took a long time to get us to this horror moment, but we are in it and it's gonna get better from here. And it didn't do that. It was just that one line got me so hyped. But it's good. It's a fantastic line.
It was great. And I feel maybe you have to drop yourself into the universe of this a little bit. Or at least, kind of see it from what they're trying to show you. Because Another thing I love about this is that they turn the highway and the road into such a strange setting, because you see so many, like a dark street at night, like like Nightmare on Elm Street turned that into something, and Halloween turned that into something scary, a suburban, like you see certain things and you think of all the different shit that could come of it, because from horror movies you never think of a highway and think like, dude, it's dark, it's pitch fucking dark, you can't, there's hundreds of cars, you don't know who's who, you got this guy talking to you, and you know at that point he's watching you, like he could be anywhere, you don't even fucking know. I thought it was like a sea almost they turned it into, and I don't know, that's obviously what they were going for, and they made me feel that a lot.
The thing, see, that's another element. I think it had its moments. Like they touched on everything that you were saying. I feel like it was really underutilized, though, because
I can agree with that.
And especially because there's not enough time spent on the highway in this, and even the time that we do get, it's so broken up by other things that it's like I wanted a little bit of that like inescapable feeling. I wish they'd left us with that tension. There's that setup where they're like, as long as we keep driving, we're going to be okay. And just the pacing of it felt so off, because immediately they notice like the empty tank of gas, and then suddenly they're stranded. So it's like they wouldn't really have had enough gas to get where they were going plausibly, even when they got onto the car. And then he's like, I don't even know if we'll make it 12 miles, which is like so fast on a highway, and it just felt like I really appreciated what they were trying to do, but I wish they had given me more with it.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Also, I feel like what you were talking about, Mikey, is done okay in this movie, but a movie like The Hitcher does it much better.
Yeah.
That's a much darker movie. Yeah. And I don't want it to get misconstrued. When I'm saying it's a 2000s movie, I'm not saying that in a positive lens,
Right.
like I do wish it was darker. Sure, I would always say I want something darker, yeah. But like that probably hindered it a bit, because that is what they were going for. I'm sure Rob looked up the budget. That's why I don't really look them up anymore. But I'm sure there was money behind this movie, so they wanted it to be successful theatrically more than try to make a horror movie. And something like that would have been nice, and it would have brought in a darker tone. And I'll even go as far as I noted the chase scene when they went to that gas station with the ice truck and all that shit. I really like that scene, but I will say this, even the score I wish was something darker.
Yes.
Like I do wish that like it had moments where it could have changed certain things to give it an even darker tone, and they didn't do it. But I still think that it's dark enough in its own way. But yeah, I'll agree with that. The more I love the highway thing, it should have been more. Yeah.
And the other thing with like the gas station stop that they make, it underlies. I had a tough time feeling sympathetic for these two, and it's not because there was no one here that I cared about. Is my biggest issue with the movie. I didn't feel an emotional impact. I didn't feel like the characters were built up really well. They didn't have that going for them. But also sometimes there are really unlikable characters or really poorly written, bland characters that fight for their lives, and you want to see them succeed just because they're fighting so hard. And that's something that happened a lot in this era of movie that I felt Joyride was missing, because like at the gas station scene, they're just like, they're so scared, and they've already seen the other truck at this point, and they have more than enough evidence. Why do they not go back to the gas station and call the cops? Why do they not ask the biker dude for help, or the whatever he was, the mustached man, for help? Like they bounce back and forth between being so upset and unsettled and like running for their lives from this dude, and then being like, oh, that's funny, it was completely fine. And it wasn't in a way that was plausible to me, because I know that sometimes is how humans like cope with stuff, but the tone was so weird in this. Like they weren't unsettled in between these harrowing moments, and they didn't try that hard to save themselves from these harrowing moments. Venna was the worst offender of this, though, in my opinion, because that fucking chair, I hate it. I hate it so much.
What chair?
What chair?
The chair that they saran wrap her to, that we're supposed to believe she can't escape from.
Oh, I didn't notice the chair.
Yeah.
What was the problem with the chair, Kat?
Everything was the problem with the chair.
Is this just an interior design issue you have, or
no? It's the cat sounds like a murderer segment, I guess. But you can easily, like, if I'm a killer, if I'm like going out of my way to set up a situation like a hostage situation where if someone comes through a door, their face gets shot off or whatever, I'm going to make sure that they can't escape from the chair. I'm going to make sure nails aren't falling out of the chair that they could potentially like cut the saran wrap with. I'm going to use like real tape instead of whatever the fuck was going on there. I'm going to make sure that the tension is applied correctly to the gun. And then I'm going to make sure that the feet of the chair are connected to the ground in a way that she can't tip it over. At the very least, they could have connected like the gun to the chair so that if she tries to knock herself over, she blows her own face off. But they did nothing. She could have gotten out of this so easily. And I can't say that she didn't try, because she is pulling little teeny tiny nails out of the chair. I don't even know what her plan was to do with the nails, because there was nothing that a nail could have cut that she couldn't just have torn through on her own. The saran wrap was already falling off of her wrists in a shot at that point. But I like when he comes in through the window and his solution is to just like tip the chair over. I lost my fucking mind, because she could have done that. If you're almost about to get shot in the face, these are things you do. Like, oh man, it was frustrating.
But Kat, she's a damsel in distress. She needs
Nobody
a big,
wanted
strong
to live
man to save her.
This was 2001. We were past that. Like, if this film had been made in the 50s, it would get a pass from me completely 100%. But god damn it.
I'm not knocking the saran wrap, man. I've saran wrap furniture. That shit is fucking impossible to rip through.
If you do like multiple layers, did you see he bunched? So I think it was supposed to be tape. I keep calling it saran wrap because that's very clearly what they used in the film, but it was bunched up to look thinner, and it was so fucking flimsy.
I mean, I didn't notice. I mean, he seemed to nail it down and all that. I don't know. I never took notice to it. And I thought that scene built a ton of tension, and it was done really well. So I never stopped to take notice of the mechanics. But I thought that scene was great.
I hated that scene. And then so this movie had me in the middle, right? Like in the middle, I was putting a lot of like petty nonsense aside, but the first 30 minutes are dead slow. It's 33 minutes because I stopped at that first, like taillight line, because I was like, it takes 33 minutes, but it's going to be great from here. And then it wasn't, because the middle section, I let a lot of like silly grievances go. The last 20 minutes drove me up the wall, like, because there's so much stuff like this, and the two brothers are being so dumb in their approach. She's not trying really hard, I felt like, to survive. And then there's the whole thing with the leg and the pipe, and he's trying to save his brother. They cut away from the important part, I felt like, which was the gruesome getting the pipe out of the leg. Like, we definitely should have seen more of that if it was going to be important enough that he was woozy. But then they have the police that are like banging down the doors, that they are free for so long to go rescue someone who they know for a fact is going to have her head blown off if anyone opens the door. Like, the second the brother is off the hook, why did they not go back to Venna? They make such a big deal about Venna being a motivational factor in this, and then they just fucking leave her to get her head shot off. And I know it's so that they can have the dramatic moment where they run after the cops, but at that point, I was already so pissed. Like,
yeah, but nobody knew she was going to get her head shot off.
They did. One of them did. I don't remember which one.
The brother, no one else knew. Cops didn't know. Nobody. Only he knew.
No, I know the cops didn't know, but the brother knew, and the other one, the other brother, knew well enough to know not to go through the front door, and he still just left her in danger. Like, if you're going to have a character who is a damsel in distress archetype, the least you can do is have the men actually give a fuck. Like, come on.
He had to save his brother, though, Kat. You know, bros before hoes and all that.
Yeah, but then he just, like, fucking hugged him. He cradled him instead of going to get Venna.
I'm not, look, I'm not as mad at this whole thing as Kat is. I didn't care for that scene, or that whole last 20-minute little sequence and setup. This movie had done nothing along the way to make me think that it was a dark enough film that it was going to ever kill Venna. So I didn't feel any sort of real investment or stakes in it. I was more along the line of just save her so we can get this over with. And it seemed to go on for a really long time.
I thought it was good, man. I liked it. I mean, yeah, that's very fair. You kind of know it's a wait and see how they save her. For sure.
I feel like this sort of setup in a darker movie.
Yeah.
I probably would still. I mean, you go into these movies and you can kind of figure out who's going to survive and who's not. I mean, any fucking horror movie, we can all figure that out, right? From fucking 15 minutes in or whatever. Yeah. Although we don't meet Venna until a while in. But this movie had done absolutely nothing to make me believe for an instant that she was in any real danger of dying in this film. I mean, they don't even kill Charlotte in this fucking movie.
I was going to say, do we want to talk about the body count in this?
Yeah, they I didn't think that they were going to kill, but again, to me, the scene had so much tension. There was so much going on. They had the fucking frantic shit going because you don't know what room, and you got to find the room, and you got all this fucking happening, and you know, I kind of got lost in it. I'm like, holy shit! Like they really got to fucking figure this out. Like, yeah, you could feel the safeness of the characters. That is very true. Yeah. But still, you know, like they made me feel panic for them in their situation.
For as agitated as I did get, in complete fairness, the safeness of the characters is something that it bothered me, but I remembered Joyride being a darker movie than it was. I was expecting to get into something like a lot creepier and more serious than what I ended up with. I think I was not in the right headspace for this. I will also say I had not thought of this until after I watched and I was looking up reviews. This is considered a teen slasher, which
yeah, I can see that.
And we talked about it with like the I Know What You Did Last Summer thing. This is my least favorite genre of slasher. Because I don't think that they're dark enough. I think that they're a little bit silly. But I think I would have been a lot kinder to moments like Venna not defending herself and the body count being ridiculously non-existent. And like all of
they
these
killed
like,
a couple people.
Even the first guy is in a coma, and it's like we didn't even see him. It was an off-screen death. It could have been a death, you know, like
those effects though, and that's what I wish this movie had more of as well, is because when they did, then it wasn't much or anything. When they did what they did for the effects, like the dude in the coma, he looked fucking great. And even like smaller stuff like the you know, the whatever that wiring or whatever the hell that the copper whatever through yeah, that looked really good. It was small, it wasn't much, but it looked good. You know, someone was dead in a pool of blood, you know, like it didn't look bad. I just wish we had gotten
more of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and this is a little bit on me, because when we were talking about Joyride, I remembered Ted Levine. I remembered like the really scary moments. I thought I was getting into a darker thing. I think if I had known on the rewatch going in that this was, you know, basically a teen slasher that I was going into, I would have had much lowered expectations and probably would have had a better time.
Well, I mean, we were teens when it came out. Well, sure. Rob wasn't, but we were.
Was Cat.
Oh my god!
I was. I wasn't. I was 7 when this came out.
Oh my god!
So
Oh man,
I'm not
how
even sure
old
she's
was
old
I?
enough to be on this podcast.
That's funny as shit. 2001. So I was 12. All right, I was getting on TV, but like I watched it a couple of years later. What?
I was 25.
Oh, well, 25-year-old guy is pretty much a teen though. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm still in my late teens and male years, I guess, right? But it was, yeah. I know it was, and I don't know, man. The problem with this, with the horror aspect of it, it had several problems, sure, but making a truck a villain too is really hard, because that's what like that scene when I was talking about earlier when he's trying to crush the car and whatever. I mean, it doesn't feel horror, but like it kind of like they're about to die. But it's just, the villain's a truck. Like, how else would a truck do it? There was
Making
a
a
couple
truck
of
a villain isn't that hard. I mean, Maximum Overdrive fucking killed it.
Maximum Overdrive was a comedy.
Maximum Overdrive made the trucks scarier.
No, they made them more ridiculous. This truck is, I like the truck a lot because it's dark, it's big, it's fucking like lifeless. It's just got that black and chrome, and like and there was the shot where it's chasing them around the cornfield. It's hard to get dark for that.
You just said I like the truck a lot. It's a truck, basically.
Well, no, but there's like it's a cool looking truck.
You say it's got chrome, it's lifeless. Yeah, it's a fucking truck.
Yeah, but it looks cool though, man. Like you fucking.
It doesn't have a goblin head on it.
No, thank God. But and in the second one, it kind of you see the truck a little more, and maybe that's. I mean, the second movie was fucking awful, but it the truck was more prominent, and maybe that could have helped this a little more. I don't. It's hard to make a truck like Christine. Think that it's hard.
I regret drawing this comparison because of all of the mixed feelings about the movie, but the thing that didn't work for the truck, for me, about the truck, like the radio, we talked about the radio being like an inanimate but very effective villain, and we've talked about Ted Levine's performance. He was fantastic in this. I was not crazy about the truck, and it doesn't have a lot to do with the truck itself. It's the way that they used it.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
the scene where they're almost crushed, I was very silly, and the way that Rusty Nails is kind of an interesting character because the performance is like when he's talking, it's great, but the way that they've set him up, I think, is very ineffective because, like in Jeepers Creepers, that truck is a presence. Like they frame the truck really well. It's very looming. It's very intimidating. And we don't know what it is or why it's here. We know more about Rusty Nails, and it's the fact that this is kind of a revenge movie for him makes it seem like the first person that insulted this man on the road, he goes full balls to the wall, I'm murdering people for, which, given the context of the end, is more palatable. But at the time, like when the truck is, like about to crush this car or whatever, you're like, he could just get caught. Like, this is, how has no one ever insulted him or played a joke or whatever with this man before? Like it.
I think they have.
Well, okay, given the end, we know that it's more likely that they have. But like in that moment, it kind of, it was dubious enough that it affected my suspension of disbelief. And then I was kind of wondering about that instead of wondering about the two men that were almost about to die in their car, like.
I mean, I like the car scene. Like I said, it's hard to make it dark because it's a fucking Mack truck. So, like I get that, but like it was like, dude, they were really fucked right there. Like, and I thought they built tension well there. I don't know. It was kind of a sadistic thought that he had him and was like, nah, you can go. I got different plans, and just kind of let him go like it was over. Like I don't know. I like the truck. I don't know why. Like, it's just like it's such a dark being and it's a monstrosity. The fucking thing is huge. And it's like, this guy is in there. Like, what the fuck is he doing out here?
Well, he's a truck driver.
No, is he?
I mean,
He's
I assume so. He's driving a big ass truck.
You can't make deliveries going back and forth, kidnap people and shit.
I know that's one of the notes that I had. Doesn't this fucking truck driver have any place to be? I mean, I know people who've driven trucks for a living, and they usually have a schedule they have to kind of keep to. This guy's just fucking doing whatever he wants.
No, I think that's just his truck, dude. Got a fucking black and chrome truck. It just goes around killing people.
I guess, but you got to buy one of those trucks is real expensive. You got to have a special license to drive that and shit. Like, seemed like it'd be easier to just get a fucking car.
Would be. Well, there's not a lot of movie about dudes driving a truck killing people.
We haven't really touched on what I thought was the best scene.
Okay.
In this movie, I thought it was really, really effective and really good, and that is the scene where the guy gets beaten in the room next to him.
Yes.
That to me, I thought was really, really well done. You don't see anything. You never leave the room that they're in. You're just hearing it all happen through those thin hotel walls. And then you kind of see the shadow of Rusty Nail walking by outside. And it kind of almost gives it this weird, almost like a Rear Window kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I thought that was really well done. That to me was the best part of the movie.
It looked great. I wish there was more of that. The lighting was great. Everything.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, I wish that there was more of that. And I wish also that they had played a little bit more with, because directly after that, they call like the front desk and they very quickly get a call back that says that they've checked on it and it's fine. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that really was not enough time to check on that. I wish that they had played more with that kind of suspense, because it was really effective and it felt almost out of place.
Yeah, there was more suspense, I think, in that scene than there was in that finale. That thing with the shotgun.
Way more.
I thought that was really, really well done. But yeah, that's the only time we see that sort of thing in this movie.
Dude, it was a great, because it played into what the whole movie was, man. It's a dude on a CB radio. Like, that's what it was about. It's about what you're hearing and all that shit. I thought that scene was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it, and this is a serious question because I don't know how I feel about this either. Is it undercut by the fact that that's not a murder?
No, because that dude
it doesn't bother me.
Look what he did to him.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at that point, if I'm that guy in that hospital in a coma without a jaw, I'd rather be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, look what he didn't live long term, well, he had to have died.
Well, you can live without a jaw.
Yeah, but he got fucked. Imagine what happened to him.
I mean, that to me is like, is Saw not effective if you see somebody get out of the trap? It's still effective.
Oh, it is still. Okay.
Yeah, he fucked.
I mean, Saw's not any good, but
hey,
oh my God.
Just for the record, but still,
Jesus.
I don't know. It was just one of those things where it was like, it's not that I was disappointed that he made it, but it was one of those things where it's like, I feel like every death counts in a movie where the body count is low, and having one kind of like walked back, you know what I mean? Like that, I think that might be what it was more than which death it was.
Right. How many deaths do we even get in this movie?
I don't know.
I don't think we see any, do we?
We don't see any, no.
There's no on screen. Yeah, no.
Right. Yeah, there's no on screen. The only one I can think of is the trucker, the ice trucker guy.
There was a dude in the
not ice
lobby.
Trucker, but he drives an ice truck, a truck that carries ice, not like the fucking TV show where people drive.
Not Ice Road Truckers.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck is the show's called?
Yeah, there was a dude in I think the main lobby of the hotel. He was dead on the floor, but you just seen him dead on the floor.
Oh, that's right.
I had like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I mean,
which isn't a big deal. I mean,
I
don't need a high body count for a movie to be good, but
Psycho had like 2 kills.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween, I think only has 4. I think 4, maybe 5.
Something like that. Body. I never got hung up on body counts.
Right. It's not a huge deal. It's just, I guess it stands out more because none of them are on screen.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then most of what else I've got left is kind of little piddly shit. Like Paul Walker says at the beginning when he's on the phone with what's her name, Vinna, Vic, whatever. He says, well, at least Colorado has seasons. Berkeley's like summer all year. Well, no, it's not. That's written by somebody who's never been to fucking Northern California, apparently. Because it's not. Actually, Berkeley's probably closer to fall all year.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's a very annoying line to me.
That did irritate me. It irritated me especially because people say that, like, when I talk about missing California, they're like, well,
yeah,
there are no seasons out there. And it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, there really are. And I've said this before, probably on the show. I don't know, but the coldest I've ever been in my life was the middle of August in San Francisco. So, I mean, it's not all LA. But can we all agree that their prank is not funny?
Yes.
Like the whole thing that sets this movie off is just not funny.
Yeah, I mean, if you have nothing to do on a long ass car ride, I would fuck with people on the CB radio. I've been on long ass fucking car rides. I would absolutely do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go out I wouldn't do it on the fucking weekends or nothing. But if I'm on a long car ride, yeah, I would do it.
And this is kind of the thing that I'm talking about, where it's like I kind of would love to see these guys in a Saw movie because their will to survive is something that's fascinating to me. The fact that they make it to the end of this movie is wild because fucking with someone on the CB radio, sure. And if you can't think of a better joke than, "Ooh, I'm a sexy lady on the CB radio," that's fine. They're clearly not the brightest kids, right? But inviting him to a hotel that you are staying at that point, you just deserve to die in a horror movie, I think. Like, that is above and beyond inviting trouble into your life.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother problem the movie has, right? These two guys feel like two guys who should get killed off mid-horror movie while our real survivors go on.
Well, they would have. If he could have killed them in the car scene if he wanted to.
And that would have been a better movie.
Yeah. To me, it's just not a clever prank. Like, it's just not even funny. Like, if you're going to fuck with people on a CB, that's fine, but come up with something clever. Don't do it.
I like the CB thing, man. I wish on those long fuck car rides down south and shit, I wish they fucking had those. I would have fucked with that. I would have been annoying people all night. I probably would have did that, but
Yeah. Oh no, I'd be annoying on a CB radio. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah. Like I said, nothing I would do on the weekend, but
I just didn't think that what they chose to do was funny, and they seemed to think it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Watching this at one point, I did write down that man, I wish I was watching Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh my god,
a better trucker movie with CB
it's
radios.
not.
I actually read a book that was kind of like I don't want to say it was like Joyride because it, I think, was a lot more mature than Joyride, but it had all of the elements that I loved from Joyride. Because it has like a creep, it has like a killer creep in a truck. It has like the CB radio element. It has that long deserted, they're more deserted, but it has like that long stretch of road that you can't really get off of. And it's like, I thought about that book a lot while I was watching this, where it's like, I kind of wish that they would do that book as a movie so I could watch this instead of Joyride. I've seen this done better,
The only other thing that I took note of, and I think it's supposed to be creepy, but it just really made me laugh, it was when they had to get he wanted them to get the CB out of the trunk and reinstall it in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like spray painted on the signs, "Look in your trunk, Lewis," or whatever.
I like that, man.
I thought it was so stupid. And the only thing I could think of is how many other people were driving down the highway and stopped to look in their trunk because they saw this fucking sign.
anyone named Lewis. Here's the thing about that is I was on board. I thought that scene was so cool because it's like, look, and there's that unease where you don't know if it's like random graffiti. As the audience clearly that it's not going to be because they wouldn't be showing it. But like there is that unease, where he doesn't know if it's graffiti or if it's something, and then it's like in the trunk, and as he goes further along, and then he stops the car, and there's like I was into it at that point. And then when he's like, how do you know it's for you? And then he like pans up slowly. That's one of those goofy reaction shots that really took me out of the movie because he's like, look. And then his name is spray painted, like all scrunched up on the sign. And he's got that dopey look on his face that I couldn't stand. And I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Boy.
I thought that was so dumb. And it really made me laugh because all I thought was, I wonder, there must have been like half dozen people probably pulled over because Lewis is on the last sign. So you pass the sign that says, look in your trunk. I'm like, how many did these people stop to get out and look in their trunk? There should have been a backup of cars of people looking in their trunk.
They could have had an army going against Rusty Nails there at the end of confused people named Lewis. Like, they went one sign too far, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of dumb.
I liked it, man. I thought it was something different. Like it was kind of cool. It was creepy a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, other movies haven't done it for a reason, I think.
I don't know. It's like, they lost kind of. How else are you gonna contact him, man? He fucking used the road.
But also, if he's, I don't know. The scaling of this guy is kind of weird because it's like he has time to do all of this stuff, but no other way to get in contact with them.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, he's clearly following them, or he's close enough to know where they are and what they're doing at basically all times.
And he knows their relationship and their names and who's in what room. And then suddenly he's taken all of this time to like paint those specific signs.
Right. We've seen Charlotte for exactly 10 seconds in this movie, and he knows who she is and where she's going, and he can go grab her. So he can do all that. I have a feeling that when they stop to get gas or to pee somewhere, he could have left a note on their windshield.
And what if, like, so they get chased out of the room. They've been drinking. They're obviously clearly distracted. Vena's just now figuring out what's going on. What if they had missed the signs? Like, I know you want to say that, you would never miss signs that big, but you can, though, is the thing under stress. And would they just never have plugged the radio in? And at that point, I don't even think they knew that he had Charlotte. Like, they could have just run and not looked for her. And then the movie wouldn't have happened. Like, it's a dumb plan.
Yeah. It would never work for me, by the way, because if someone was stalking me and I saw signs that said, look in the trunk, Rob, I would just say, fuck you, and keep driving. You can't make me look in the trunk.
They almost don't look in the trunk. And that's a wild thing because it's like, not only would I not have looked in the trunk, I wouldn't have pulled over to open the trunk. Like,
yeah, no, just keep driving. Just keep going.
I go to a police station before some creep can leave me a note that says, I'll kill you if you go to the police. Like,
right. That didn't work for me at all. I thought that was kind of goofy, but that is pretty much everything that I had. Not coming at this with quite the passion that Kat is.
It's hard when I think I'm going to like a movie and then the rewatch gets me. These are some of my least favorite episodes.
I remembered this movie pretty well, so I knew what I was getting when I sat down to watch it.
I didn't remember this well, and I'm kind of I feel really bad for Mikey. Mikey, I came into this. I complained about this a little bit last week, just in terms of whether or not it was a banger, but I kind of had hoped to surprise you with like, and I'm going to be really on board with Joyride when we talk about it, and now I'm mad.
But this is the banger. Mad. The fact that people feel different ways about that is the banger.
I hope you're right, and I hope the fact that we're doing this at a time when a comedy question mark Joyride is also coming out. Like,
yeah, that's upsetting.
I had kind of a tough time finding this even.
All right, so we ready to get into trivia and whatnot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
You went British there for a second.
Boy. throw them all in there.
All right. So the first review that I have. Oh, actually, this hopefully cheers you up and makes up a little bit for me being mean to Joyride. I'm in the minority here. Joyride is a very well received movie. I don't know whether or not people will click on it or not because I never hear about it, but it's rated well. Probably people that watched it when it first came out, but still, it has a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice.
66% audience score, so not quite as high there, but
bastards.
Still, and it has a 5.1 on IMDb.
Out of 10?
Out of 10.
I don't like that.
That's but the 74% from critics.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's not nothing.
But I'm usually mad at those motherfuckers, so I don't really know how to feel about that, to be honest.
Yeah, that might not prove your case.
Yeah,
the way that you think it does, actually.
Son of a bitches. I hate Rotten Tomatoes.
So we're gonna start with this one. In terms of reviews, it's 10 out of 10. Loved this movie. So twisted and enthralling. Such an effective thriller with the perfect cast, highly entertaining. I'm surprised Ted Levine, parentheses Rusty Nails, was uncredited for this. He should be top billed. I'm so happy to own Joyride on Blu-ray. It's one of my favorites. Wildly disturbing, octane fun.
Wildly disturbing.
Wildly disturbing.
I wouldn't say that.
No.
I mean,
that's somebody who doesn't have a lot of horror movies in their Blu-ray collection.
I am realistic. Okay. I do think it was, it was unsettling at times, but like that Ted Levine's fucking voice, man. And that's like if you just get a shot of a CB radio, and like I understand look a little, on the creepy side, but if you don't have that right soundtrack to it as Ted Levine, it means nothing. So it worked perfectly. Not that far. This guy's going a little too far though.
This next one, I'm not going to give you the rating for this one. I'm going to let you guys try and figure out what the rating is.
Oh boy,
from this.
This is fun. I like this. We should do this more often.
We can do this all the rest of the time if you want. But
Yeah,
this one
funny.
in particular, I think is going to maybe get you.
Oh.
I have some questions. Incredible movie. Full of nonstop action and believable scenes throughout. The acting is superb, and the chick is so hot your pants will melt off.
That's fair.
She's worth driving 1,000 miles to see
Very
her.
true.
OMG, the movie is just so incredible, and it showed at the Oscars. I don't have any
what?
context to that.
It showed at the
You're a
Oscars.
horny
Not-
15-year-old write this? What the fuck?
Not like it should be shown at the Oscars, not it should win an Oscar.
It was showed there.
They should show
Showed
it
at the
before the Oscar. I don't understand.
I have no idea what that sentence means. But this movie just has it all. It's the only movie that should win it. Oh, okay, so he's back on the Oscars. It's the only movie that should win in every category.
Wow.
It's just that good. That in all capital letters. Best
Wow.
original score. The music is so thought-provoking and magical. It will make you laugh, cry, and cheer throughout this blockbuster film. You just have to see this movie.
Wow.
It's
Ringing endorsement.
Ringing
got to be
endorsement
a
for
10
Joyride.
out of 10, whatever, the top, 100%. Right at what he said.
It is
I'm
out of
going-
10.
I'm going the other way. I think that's
Right.
a sarcastic review. I'm saying it's a 2 out of 10.
Well, wait, before you reveal, Kat, I
Yeah.
thought it was sarcastic. It sounded very sarcastic, but
Yeah.
that girl was so hot it would melt your fucking pants off. So I don't know, like that wasn't sarcastic, but okay.
All right. Rob has the right idea, but it is a 1 out of 10.
Oh, I was
Jesus
just off.
Christ. I figured that's what was happening here, but the girl was so hot she would melt your pants though.
Well, that's where I got the 1 star.
Then if that's what he was doing, all right, fair.
That's the thing that you like. He was going. So I was going to pull it as a bad review, and then I started reading it. And initially, because of all the stuff about the girl being hot, and just because of how long he went on, I
Yeah.
was like, what is happening in this review? And then he came back around full circle, and it was like, okay, so this is sarcasm.
Yeah. But if he's being sarcastic about how hot she was, then his opinion is valid. I don't care. That was an unknown. Whoever, I forget the actress's name, but whew.
Lily Sobieska.
Very pretty.
Sobieski.
Very pretty.
So the next one, this is just one of those titles where I couldn't let the title go, even though the review was pretty boring. And it's 3 out of 10. Would you like to have your intelligence repeatedly insulted?
God damn.
Then we have another 1 out of 10, which I pulled for the title because it is titled 10 to 100 fast, and I don't know what that means. I spent more time than I'm proud of trying to figure that out.
What the
10
fuck?
to 100 fast.
God.
But the review goes on to say, completely unrelated, I don't know how anyone other than a hostage sitting on some sort of explosive device under duress could give this a 10. The flaws, outright stupidity, beyond terrible acting, and insomnia made getting to the end of the shocker more than a decade-long event, which I assumed had something to do with the 10 out of 100 because of like the decade.
Maybe.
But I still couldn't quite crack the code.
Yeah. All right.
Of 10 to 100 fast. So, Joyride, and this was the one that I was most intrigued by, other than just the title. No rating, but the review is the fact that so many people think this is a great movie really depresses me.
Makes me sad.
It makes me sad. I really can't believe the praise for this movie here and on other places when it came out. The acting and dialogue were bland at best. I never cared what happened. As a matter of fact, I wanted these stupid kids just to get messed up already.
Damn.
The movie was compared to 2 other Psycho road movies, The Hitcher and Duel, which is a shame, as those 2 movies stomp all over this lame-ass slick Hollywood fluff. In both of those movies, there was real suffering, either mental or physical, on the part of the protagonists, and I really believed that they had gone through hell. In Joyride, I never felt like anyone, even remotely, truly terrified or suffered at all. I don't know if that's due to the bland acting or the tepid direction, but it felt very predictable and stupid. Not only that, there was pretty much no gore, and the action was all lame. If this is what passes for a great horror thriller these days, then we're all doomed.
God damn.
Wow.
And this was left in 2002. So this was a pretty like immediate reaction to watching Joyride. This wasn't a rewatch like me.
Well, that guy, fuck him.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty harsh. This movie
That's
was
pretty harsh.
This movie was well received when it came out, so that's interesting.
All right.
Yeah, that's the end.
Okay.
All right.
No candy bars.
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't feel passionate enough to do a candy bar thing.
No, fair.
All right, are you guys ready for some fun facts about Joyride?
I'm ready for some fun facts.
All right, Mikey mentioned earlier that there might have been some money behind this movie, and he wasn't wrong. This had an estimated budget of $23 million.
God damn.
The worldwide box office was $36.6 million. So we talked about, and in the movie, it makes no sense. The scene where Steve Zahn attempts to sleep with Venna. I'm never going to remember her name, but
you keep saying that, but you get it right every time.
here's part of the reason why I think that's left in there. I'm guessing the phone call from Rusty Nail at that point in time, they had to have that in the movie, so they left that sequence in.
Sure.
But Lily Sobieski, she filmed 2 different romantic interludes, one with Steve Zahn and one with Paul Walker. I guess they weren't sure which way they wanted to go. But that was during when they were shooting the film. But they ended up cutting both of the scenes out. So neither one of them is in the film. But I think they had this weird, like, sort of awkward scene in there that they felt like needed to be left in to get the phone call from Rusty Nail, I assume.
That's a weird way to fill time, but okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, here, I found this one really interesting. Tony Danza starred on Broadway as Max Bialystock and the producers from December 19th, 2006 to March 11th, 2007, and reprised his role at the Paris Las Vegas from August 13th, 2007 to February 9th, 2008.
You motherfucker. What does that have to do with the movie?
I just thought that, also someone anonymously sent this in regarding that.
Whoa. Wait, what?
What?
Whoa.
And where are my balls? What?
What the fuck is this?
Well, we didn't do it earlier, so I thought we'd throw it in with the other fun facts this week.
I was glad we didn't do it earlier, and I wasn't going to say anything to fucking remind you. So you just casually throw it in now?
It'd be nice to pay tribute to the patron saint of Italian Americans, Mikey.
You motherfucker.
Just remember that. Tony Danza was in the producers.
Fuck you and fuck you, Allie.
Huge clown penis.
Why would you say that about Allie?
Because she made the stupid fly. You just how are we going to do a Danza fun fact here?
It's anonymous. This is where the fun facts are.
You motherfucker. You just slipped that in out of fucking nowhere.
Well, yeah,
Why'd you do this?
Because it is a listener has told us it's their favorite segment of the show, and it needed to be done.
Listeners tell us to do a lot of things. We don't do all of them for a reason, Rob.
Do you mind? Can we continue with the Joyride fun facts now?
Oh yeah, sure. Just throw that at me and let's blow by it, you dick. Sure, why not? I can't believe you. A drive-by Danza.
Although Ted Levine provides Rusty Nail's voice.
Segment.
No, it's not.
What?
Drive by Danza.
Oh yeah, that could be fun.
No.
Although Tony I
hate you so much.
Although Ted Levine provides Rusty Nail's voice, he wasn't brought into the production until it reached the post-production phase. As a matter of fact, they brought in another actor to actually play Rusty Nail on screen, although you don't really see much of the guy. For the nighttime chase scenes, the headlights of the trucks and cars were replaced by aircraft landing lights, so they would be extra bright, which I guess helped bring down the exposure and to keep the sky consistently black even at early dawn.
Oh, wow.
Little camera tricks there.
Yeah. That had to be a bitch.
Yeah. This movie was released as Roadkill in the United Kingdom.
The hell?
Better name, worse name? I don't know.
Worst name.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Well, given this exact week, I feel like Roadkill might have helped differentiate itself.
But there's not a lot of killing going on in this movie, as we discussed. So it seems.
Yeah.
I don't want to think of a dead squirrel or something. That's weird.
On the DVD release, there's a 29-minute long alternate ending.
Really?
And it has 4 other shorter alternate endings. The main one features Rusty Nail. The main one featured Rusty Nail's shotgun suicide, and numerous bodies were found by the police in his trailer. There was another one with Rusty Nail being arrested, another being beaten in a fight with both the Thomas brothers, and then there was another where he's blown up in his truck, and another one saw Rusty Nail run over with his own truck.
Okay.
So the ending of the actual ending of the theatrical cut, the one they went with, is the only ending in which Rusty Nail lived.
Wow.
That's crazy that they blew up a whole. Imagine how much money that costs for fucking nothing.
Yeah, right.
They should have went with the bodies in the trailer, though.
Yeah.
That would have been much better.
Yeah. The working title of the film was Squelch.
The hell?
Gross.
I don't know, better or worse title, Squelch or Joyride?
No, that definitely not Squelch.
And then finally, there are 2 direct-to-video sequels, Joyride 2, Dead Ahead, and Joyride 3, Roadkill.
Where's
I have not seen either of those sequels. I actually thought about watching them, but I had to pay $4 each to watch, and no, that wasn't happening.
2 sucked, I can tell you that. That's as far as I went.
So that is the fun facts for Joyride.
All right.
And Tony Danza.
You motherfucker. Don't do that. No more Danzas. Why'd you do that, man? I wasn't even fucking right. I was shocked you didn't do it. I wasn't going to say anything, though. Motherfucker. Drive-by Danza'd me.
So here's
Rob,
the thing.
You made me so happy because I had a feeling, I felt so guilty at first because I had a feeling that doing the movie recaps at the end of the news made you forget the Danzas. And I almost mentioned it, and then it was like, if I say nothing, it gives him a chance to slide it in later, and you did it.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing about that, Kat. I was glad you went into the movie recaps because I have now for 2, possibly 3 weeks wanted to do that with the Tony Danza
Yes.
and never really did it. But that gave me the perfect chance to move on and not do it. And I kind of hope that Mikey would get distracted by that conversation and not notice that we hadn't done it.
I noticed. I noticed. I wasn't going to remind you. I'm damned. I'm going to remind you.
I do spend quite a bit of time during my waking hours trying to devise new ways to annoy Mikey.
Yeah, you motherfucker. See, this is what I'm talking about. I hate dealing with fucking patient people, man. They're the worst motherfuckers to deal with in the world. I'm more of an upfront, outright, I'm going to fucking get it over with. You're just laying time bombs, man. That stupid album on Killer Beats, shit like this.
That album is awesome, dude.
No, this is bullshit.
All right.
Let's Portnoy this son of a bitch.
Yeah, finally get out of here. Jesus Christ.
We could have did without the Danza.
I got to get some sleep.
Fuck. All right. Who wants to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I like this movie a lot. I will be... how much, like, my enjoyment score of this movie is going to be higher than what I'm going to give it. It's probably still going to be higher compared to you guys, but, obviously. So... I like this movie a lot. Do I wish it was darker? Sure. Yes, absolutely. There are things that I've seen, and I was like, damn, man, I wish they would have did this a little different, and it would have went a long way with setting tones and whatnot. I think Ted Levine is absolutely incredible. Also, it is a shame that we lost such a great actor like Paul Walker as early as we did. This wasn't by his greatest performance, but I feel like he was serviceable. And this movie, I would hope in some ways help mold him as an actor and build his career, as all his early projects, I'm sure, did. But I think, I think I think they did what they wanted to do in this movie, man. They made a 2000s 17, 18, 19-year-olds movie. And, as much as I usually don't like those, like, dude, Ted Levine is a creepy motherfucker, and I just really like this thing. And I am going to go with a 7.5. And again, my personal score of this movie would be higher, but even realistically, I feel this is strong enough to be Slasher Radio approved, even though I know it's not going to be, but I want my score to portray that.
All right.
Personally, this would be a high 8, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Kat, do you want to go or do you want me to?
How much do we want to crush Mikey?
Go for it, man.
All right. I think I should maybe go last.
Okay.
I think we should see how much hope this thing has at being Slasher Radio.
It has not.
Before I become the person to ruin it.
I give this movie a 10. No.
Me too.
Look, I complained a lot about this movie during the episode. I feel like, but I'll be honest with you, I did still kind of enjoy watching it. Like, it's not a great movie, and up until today, actually, when I sat down to rewatch it, if anybody had asked me about Joyride, I'd say, oh yeah, it's a really good movie. That's just sort of how I remembered it. On the rewatch, I don't know that I would say it's a really good movie, but I don't think it's a terrible movie either. Like, it's fine. The tone is kind of all over the place. You're laughing, and then all of a sudden there's like a guy with no jaw, and then you're back to laughing. It's very, very kind of strange, but for just kind of a light, throw it on, turn your brain off, relax and watch a movie, it's not terrible. I finally landed at a 5.2.
God damn. Okay.
For Joyride. So, Kat, let's see what you gave and see whether it's Slasher Radio approved.
I'm not gonna lie, the way you were talking, I was hoping at least a 6. Good Lord.
No.
All right.
I couldn't get there. As a matter of fact, I was sort of bouncing in my head between a 4.8 and a 5.2 for this one.
You made the right decision. God, this is the damn. All right. Kat.
So I complained a lot about this one. It did a lot of things that made me really angry. I don't think I've ever checked the runtime of a movie so much in a 93-minute film. I didn't like it. The thing about it is that I don't like teen slashers. Like, it is a sub genre of horror that I just have no patience for, and somehow on a rewatch, one of them snuck up on me. So I'm predisposed. I my disposition here is there are so many elements that make me want to hate this, and I'm trying really, really hard to be fair, but I don't like it, and it makes me feel better that Rob had something that was like around middle of the road, so that it's not like 2 sevens, and then I come in and it's like no slasher radio score, because I know it's sad to be that person.
Oh yeah, I feel terrible every time.
I don't think you do feel terrible every time,
but
but even keeping that in mind, I did my best. I focused really hard on Ted Levine. I got as high as I felt comfortable going, and that is a 3.9.
God damn.
I don't like this subgenre, and I did not like the movie. I don't even think it was done well in its own subgenre. Ted Levine is great. He is all 3.9 of the score.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Right.
I couldn't get there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Poor fucking Joyride. Rob, I'm most mad at you.
Why?
Because you gave me hope.
Oh.
Yeah. I should have known better.
But I also gave you Tony Danza fun fact.
You motherfucker. That was some dirty shit. I want you to know that was some real dirty shit, man. Shame on you.
I'm so happy with that.
I feel terrible.
Motherfucker. All right. What do we? I had you know what? I saved the schedule because I kept fucking forgetting. Yeah. Next week was supposed to be Paranormal Activity 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking like that will be the case. So Paranormal Activity 2 will be at some point later on down the road.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what next week will be yet. So
right.
Yeah,
because we have a schedule.
we do have a schedule, and there it goes.
Then I walked in and blew up.
Then Rob showed up. It's kaboom. But nonetheless, follow us on Twitter. I'm gonna try and start remembering to put out the movie we're talking about prior.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you follow us on there. Maybe there'll be news about what we're doing next week on there too. Hopefully, maybe, probably, maybe not. But follow us nonetheless. Slasher Radio on Twitter. Slasher Radio patreon.com/Slasher Radio. And tiers starting as low as $3 a month. There's even tiers where you get free merch. You get an extra show every week. You get the images from everything we talk about really on here, the gabagool crap and all that stuff. Get all on Patreon. And I think that's it. I'm at Mikey's Dead. Stop talking to me about the Blair Witch Project. Rob, dude, that thing, I couldn't use Twitter. Rob, where are they finding me?
I couldn't use Twitter either, but that's because they fucking broke it.
Too much porn.
I am on Twitter at RadioRob123. And you can listen to the other show that I do with Kat, the Nick fucking Woo Cage Cast. We just released our episode on The Boy in Blue.
I didn't have to pay $400 for it either. It's pretty nice.
No.
Yeah, nice.
You can find me on Twitter at cat_Valor, VOLEUR. You can check out my website, catvalor.com. You can pre-order my book, Revenge Arc, which is coming out in just a few weeks. You're running out of time to actually get the signed pre-order edition of the book. And you can check out the guest spot that I did over on Killer Mediums, where we talk about the book, and Martyrs.
Cat loves talking about Martyrs.
Yeah. We also talked
shuts
about
up about
Revenge, but I was more excited to remind you that I've talked about Martyrs. So.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best with Slasher Radio podcast.